thing you can put in a woman. It leaves women in trauma, it leaves girls, and of course, even men. There are boys that are raped these days, and even in our time. And the stories were kept so silent. You couldn't talk because nobody's there to support you. I don't know why they kept it that way, but it's gonna bring shame to the family without caring the emotional effects to that particular person who have been affected by this. For me, I grew up in a family. My name is Pastor Zippy. I came, been here for a long time, and then I went to theological school, and I had the call of God. And for a while, I worked as a domestic violence advocate. I was advocating for women who are abused in the state of New Hampshire. And I was also advocating for people who have been sexually assaulted. And I had a lot of passion in it. And I came to realize my passion on it is because I have a heart to rescue those who have been abused. So mine happened in Kenya when I was only 12 years old. And let me tell you, people say their stories, but to me, it just looks like it happened yesterday. But by the grace
So
of
just like
God and
Carol.
by forgiving people or forgiving the person who did that, God have healed me. I'm speaking out of healing. I am healed, but it was with me for many, many years. I still tell people I think it prevented me from getting married because
Oh my
I
God.
had a negative attitude on men a
Towards men.
lot. Towards men, I did.
Do you have
And
children
I didn't
with a
want to
man,
be like
Pastor?
that because I have a son and I have a daughter and I want to wish
Okay,
them
you got
well. And
kids.
I
Okay,
got kids.
gotcha.
So I
You
didn't
got
want
kids,
to
but you
look
never.
at men as the way I was looking at them that time because I had to change my mind. And the first thing was by God helping me to heal, to forgive first, and then to take healing process. And then I was able to speak it after that. And for me to speak it, I put it in writing. I wanted everybody to know the effects of rape. If you have been raped or sexually assaulted, it is an emotional disorder that can live the rest of your life in you.
Wow.
And so,
It's an emotional disorder. I like the way you put it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's an emotional disorder. Yeah,
it brings a lot of
God's
pain to
property.
your life. I came to realize I was overly protective over my daughter, overly protective, and I would not say why. But later I came to share with my daughter. She's married now. She has a little baby boy. But I knew it's because of what I went through that I was going through this overprotection over her to a point it came to me the way you are overprotecting her. She has her life. She's gonna get married and have
Oh,
a
that's right.
family.
That's right.
Yeah, she need to.
That's right.
The best thing to do that is by educating that person, other than
Exactly.
defending
Being
them, over
overprotective.
defending them, because they have a life to live and they are
Yeah.
not them. But what happened to me should be educative to anybody else out there, and also to be self-awareness should be brought to every woman with a child, may it be a boy or may it be a girl. They need to be educated. Men need to know. Don't rape your daughters. Don't rape even your neighbor. Don't rape anybody, period. It brings pain to you. I know
Pastor
people.
Zippy. Yeah, go ahead.
I know someone that is in jail right here. I know actually three of them. They are
In the
Kenyans. They are
U.S.
in, yes. And I
because
know
of
them
rape.
personally. Yeah. One of them, I was teaching at, I was a teacher of Sunday school in one of the churches in Boston while I lived there. And I used to teach to take women out for a retreat. And these are the things we went and talked about. Like the way you have to take care of yourself, of a girl. Don't let anybody touch your body for you without consent. And if they do this, there is a number you can call and you can
Call.
report them.
That's
Call.
right. That's right.
And little did I realize A year after that, one of my students, her uncle was doing this with her, and she would go tell mom and Shosho, and they kept quiet, like Caroline was saying. They're like, no, we are going to spoil the family, we have to stop this. The day she hit 18 years, that was her gift. That was her gift.
My
She
God.
walked into a police station, she reported it, and the guy is in jail for 12 years. And the judge told her, give me the number of years you want me to give. Because normally rape in America, it goes over 25 years in jail.
years.
Over. I've been in courts many times with the rape cases, and I know how much they stress. It's the worst action you can do to this country. You'll be put in jail for many years. And I tell our people that. I educate our people like that. Don't touch. Don't go touching people's body for nothing. You don't.
Especially in this country.
Yes.
In America, you see this? Look, this one right here. That's sexual abuse right here.
Yeah.
Just that.
Just that. So I tell
Zippy,
because we have, yes.
I want to come back to your story. This was the uncle. This is a Kenyan family in America.
Yeah.
And here, and I want to, because you know what's crazy? It's actually interesting because you are talking about this right now. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today was Kenyan marriages in America. But anyway, it has blended properly. Sexual abuse. For people like Carol to see, because Carol, you're in Kenya, for you to see it's actually happening in America, in our Kenyan community. It's happening.
When they are caught, they are put in jail for good. Even where I am here in Harrisburg jail, I know a Kenyan who is there because they raped their stepdaughter. And the stepdaughter went and told the school, and the school called the social services. Social services called the police, and they went after him. So for us to save our children and our men, of course, even women these days, we have to bring this awareness to people. In Kenya, it happens all the time.
And there is no protection. But there is no protection.
There is no protection, and it is terrible. And the trauma they put on people for the rest of their life. God have helped me. I healed. I'm able to share with people my story. I'm able to educate people. I'm able to bring awareness to many people. But I never forget that day. I came from the church. We were walking with my sister who passed away 2020 and two other girls. And I think this boy had always been hunting me on a way. And he grabbed me and put me on around the roadside. And there was nobody there. The rest of them, they ran away and he raped me. And when I came to America, I thought one time I'll go home and I would talk to him. But God killed him before I went back home. I mean, I don't want to say God killed him, but he died of sickness. Yeah, he died of sickness.
But Pastor Zippy, here you are with your story. You are raped at the age of 12. How old was he at the time? Did you know his age?
He was a little older than me. He might have been in his 20s.
20s, okay, when he did that.
Yeah.
What's the title of your book, and where can people?
My book is not in Amazon yet. I had hard copy with me here. I have other copies in Kenya. Also, whenever anybody is interested, they tell me, and I ship it to them. Or if you are in Kenya, it's called "I Slept on Sacks."
Oh, I slept on.
I slept on sacks.
I slept on sacks. Why did you pick that title?
Because at some point of my life I did. We were very poor and we could not afford blankets.
Okay.
So mom was just looking for something to cover us with.
That's right. That's your story. Oh my God. Okay. I
Yeah.
slept on socks. Okay. Pastor Zippy, do you have like a website where people can maybe visit, even maybe where they can
I
order
have
online,
not,
or
I
do you just
actually
do?
have not put it on. I have a coworker that is maybe going to help me to put it on Amazon.
Okay.
But I haven't. Just have a hard copy. So if people want the book, can inbox me and I
Okay.
ship it to them.
Yeah. I
Within
can
the
also
US,
just give you.
those who are in Kenya,
Yeah.
it's also pickable somewhere. Someone can pick it up. But eventually, I'm gonna put it online.
Okay. Pastor Zippy, also my number is right there in my bio. Just inbox me. I can have like some few ideas of how
Yeah,
this
I
story
can.
can, how your story, can really reach out to many people.
Yeah,
Do you know, actually, you're talking here. Look, you see Caroline, a victim of rape. She's telling her story. You see Sophie down there.
yeah.
Sophie was being sexually abused by her own biological father, who actually slept and penetrated her stepsisters, two of them. The consequences of it, she was here 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and she told her story, and we could not even breathe. Sophie has lost two of her children. They both two of her babies, they died, and the two stepsisters, their children, they also died. How do you connect with this from a spiritual perspective? Or
From
what would you, what
about
would you advise such a
did
person?
they
Yeah.
conceive? Did they conceive with their
No,
with no?
no. It was just not with their dad.
Uh, I think from perspective, I can only put a word of encouragement, but there could be some other biological disorders or problems. I have had stories whereby as a pregnancy doesn't go a certain period of time, it comes out, or some others that the babies they come for a while, then they go. I have had many cases like those ones. There could be some DNA or family genetical issues. I don't know. I cannot put much on that.
Yeah,
But when it comes to biology, to theological understanding, uh, the child will not die because you conceived with a father who is also your dad.
yeah,
There is nothing that child did to be conceived. It's a seed, is a seed that was ready to turn into life, and there is nothing that child did not to be allowed to live.
yeah,
Because I've had people who are born, the father raped the daughter, and I don't think that child did not I think I should not use that word. Totally, that child did not do nothing wrong not to live. They deserve to live.
I mean, a
The
perfect
sin was
example.
committed.
I want to, for those of for those who are in the U.S., and even I can even talk to to my global audience. There's a family here in Western Virginia. They are known. That family, the whole family, Carol, and those who are watching, they are a product of incest. Okay, it's one of the craziest families we've ever seen in America. They are very known. They are very famous, and everybody in that family was sleeping with each other, and it started with their grandfathers and started with their great grandfathers, and to went all the way to the children, and none of those family members is normal. Let me tell you how ugly this thing is. Yeah, you have children who bark like dogs. They make animal sounds, and their faces are completely deformed. Like maybe like one eye is here and the other eye is here. Others, they have twisted mouths. It's a family in Western Virginia, so
I
I can
can
urge
I
you
can
guys to
also
check
tell
out
you
that.
because I live in PA with a lot of the Amish community. The Amish
Yeah,
community is known for incense a
yeah,
lot,
that's
but
right.
then there you don't see that it is
Coming
there, but
out.
not as much. The thing is, if you have come from a family with a genetical deficit, then
Yeah,
when you are sleeping with the same people, it becomes higher. The higher number for you to have children with disability or mental health or whatever it is higher because it is within you, it is within your family. I don't think it's because you slept with that person. There is, well, that is one of the reason. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. That is one of the reason.
It's
But
spiritual.
the thing is,
It's
the
a spiritual
problem is
effect.
within that family. And to minimize that, you have to go out of the family. That is why in America, sometimes for you to marry, you have to do DNAs.
Yeah.
A lot of
Do
people
do
do
DNA
that.
test. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
have to do the DNA so that people know, do you have some biological, genetical issues
Yeah,
that can come within your family, because it is there. Someone is not going to marry you. We
that's right.
have, yeah. So that family you're talking about, I believe there must be some genetical issues, and but they are putting this problem in the basket again and again and again.
Yeah, I mean, their family is one of the most known. I mean, they're very known here. Like I say, they're very known here in the U.S. And it's a family which is a product of incest. And like, if you the guy who discovered them was actually a photographer,
Oh,
and that's
really?
how. Yeah, that's actually how his
Are they in the Google?
you can actually watch their documentaries on YouTube. I'm gonna get them for you in a
Oh,
minute, and then I can tell you what they're called. They're here in Western Virginia, and it's
okay.
just crazy. There's something I wanted to ask you actually before I know, and sorry for just grabbing you and asking you to come up here. I know you are working on something. Talk about, you said you know these Kenyans in America who are now in jail because of rape. You've mentioned of a Kenyan who who slept with his stepdaughter. That's just bananas. Okay, I can't even fathom that, but it's taking place. It's happening here as well. Uh, then you spoke about the other lady who she was raped for a certain amount of time, and then when she hit 18, she went and told the police and reported the person who was raping her.
Yeah.
You said the judge asked her how many years should
Mm-hmm.
we put him in prison, and she said 12.
Yeah.
What was the significance of the 12, of the number
I
12?
think to her understanding, maybe she thought 12 is a lot of years, because maybe she was not educated. She was not educated how cases of rape are taken at the court.
Yeah.
So the judge went by what she chose.
Wow.
Because to the judge, maybe he thought the girl was going to say, put him in jail for
For
100
25 years,
years.
or for, yeah, of 100 years, yeah, for example. That's right.
One
That's right.
100 years. So maybe
Yes.
she thought 12 years is a
Yes.
lot of, he
It's a lot.
deserves to have 12. 12 is a lot.
That's right. That's right.
Or maybe she thought, maybe that the judge could put him in jail for 1 year, but I want him in jail for 12 years.
Yeah.
She did not understand. Assault, sexual assault here will put you in jail for many, many years.
Oh my God. Again, let's put this out there, clear. You know, you see, Caroline, this is a global thing. Um, Even Kenyans in America, these are Kenyan men in America. I mean, we've seen everything. Pastor Zippy. Not only do we have like Kenyan men who are engaging in sexual abuse or rape, but also Kenyan men who are killing their wives and girlfriends in America. We've witnessed that, and this is a topic that we're gonna keep on pushing as we move on.
And by the way, this is not even a gossip, it's a public information. If you Google it well, public information, you will find all these Kenyans who are in jail and why they went to jail.
Yeah,
It's a public information.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Caroline, you see where we're coming from. So someone like Caroline, you with your story, I'm also going to encourage you with your YouTube channel, Voice by Carol. I like that name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's time to tell your story. Anything you'd like to say? Maybe ask Pastor Z, because actually, I'm looking at both of you, and both of you, you are victims of rape. Um, Anything you'd like to tell Pastor Zippy, Caroline? I know it's late in Kenya right now. We're gonna let you go in a second, and thank you very much. Today was your night.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, the moment you get someone who listens to you, someone who understands you, you always feel relieved, okay? Because I've had this thing for years. I felt like hakuna mtu anaweza nisikiza, hakuna mtu atanielewa, okay? So I'm in that journey of opening up, of letting people know that kila mtu, people are human beings. It doesn't matter akona cheo gani ama nini. Anything can happen. So Pastor Zippy, hi. How are you, Mama?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I love what you are doing. I'm also on the same track with you because what you went through, may have gone through. I've gone through. I was just telling Nelson, I was molested by a pastor, which the community condemned me. Okay, when I tried to open up, the community condemned me. Huyu ni mtu wa Mungu amepakwa mafuta, hawezi fanya hivyo. Me always say binadamu ni binadamu. It doesn't matter akona degree ama akona nini ama amepakwa na upako wa Mungu. Okay, people are different. Some people do it as a calling. Some people do it maybe for money. Some people maybe are doing it kujifunikia hapo ndani. You understand? So let's continue spreading the word. Let's continue saving people. Let's to see